welcome to the Health One series of recordings on version 8.5. This is to do with this new spell checking function in the item editor in Health One. This function is available only in version 8.5, 2069 and beyond. This version is due to be delivered very shortly. Today is Thursday the 29th of the 12th, 2016. So what are we talking about? When you enter text into any item such as subjective symptoms, objective findings, you will get a spell checker. Now I've pre-entered the text here to save time. So if you type PIAN instead of PAIN, Health One will put a squiggly red line under it. So I have here chest pain, tightness is spelled incorrectly, came on suddenly, it's incorrectly spelled last night while watching the TV, still present with no change, spelled incorrectly, X instead of S, smoker, and patient is overweight. So as you type the text, such as like this, I'm hitting, by the way, Control and Enter to get to the next line, and I type PIAN, space, Health One will put the squiggly line immediately under it. This is the spell checker. Now you can fix these terms by right-clicking on the word and choosing the correct spelling. Right-click on tightness and choose the correct spelling. Okay, so you can go along to each of your misspelled words, and there is none there, so you can actually just go into X, type X there, and smoker instead of samoker, and that's the spell checking fixed there. You can also, as you go along, fix the whole lot in one go by hitting Shift and F7. The Shift F7 key selects the whole lot of it and goes through each word. So you just say change for distressed there, there's only one S and it's asking me to replace it with that. The arrhythmia, it asks me to fix it as well. If this word wasn't available, I could add it to the dictionary. So normac instead of normal, I choose normal, or I could add normac to the dictionary and it wouldn't ask me the next time. There are a lot of terms that will not be recognized by the spell checker because they're medical terms and they're not like drugs and various other things, and you can add all these to the dictionaries, which I'll show you in a minute. So I fixed that by hitting Shift F7 and it automatically checked the entire text in the item. So this is a spell checker in the item editor. You should be aware it is not a spell checker in the text editor. We do not have as yet a spell checker in the text editor. But if you put the text in correctly there, it will work. So for plan of action, I will just type in text. We will refer. Now if I type a word such as the incorrectly, and I often did this, and I have already sometime in the past said to the spell checker, if you ever find the word TEH, you should auto correct it, and you auto correct it, it'll automatically put in there. All I've done there is put in a space so that Health One can check the word. It doesn't check the word till I put in the space. The PATIENT and ADN, which is a commonly, well, I use the often spell and with ADN, and once I leave the typing and put in my space, Health One will automatically correct that. So the way it did that is when I went to the spell checker, like for example, if I exit that and re-enter this text incorrectly, the first text is now re-entered incorrectly, and I right click on a term, I can fix the term, I can ignore it or ignore all of these, I can add the term to the dictionary, I can change all of the terms that I come across in this section to whatever I want, or I can autocorrect, and this is the way I autocorrected the AND and the word TEH. So if I say autocorrect always to THE and AND or to something else, then every time in the future that the spell checker comes across this word, it will change, autocorrect it for you. Okay? So that is the essence of the spell checker in the item editor in Health 1 in version 8.5. The spell checker is configured in Tools, Options, Spell Checker. And here you have general options. You can either show them or not show the spelling errors as you type. You can automatically correct spelling errors as you type. You can automatically collect dual capitals where you forget to reduce it to a non-capital, and you can flag repeated words when checking spelling. You can also tell the spell checker to ignore uppercase words, words containing numbers, and various other issues here, internet address and abbreviations. You can also, with the spell checker, go to the dictionary manually here. These are the dictionaries, and you can add a word to the dictionary. You can also add an autocorrection. If you ever come across this, replace it with this. Autocorrect it, in other words, with this. So you can manually enter terms. You can also load a file, any file you like, which is a text file, and the text file has to have a particular format. So here I have a spelling dictionary, in other words, a dictionary with new terms. And I'll just show you what these new terms are before I import it. This is the dictionary text in this format, just line after line. I have gargantuan and hemochromatosis, just to show you the two of them. And I also have an autocorrect.text where I have ADN equals and TEH equals the. So if I go back to my Health 1 and I say give me those, import those, that dictionary, you will see that the word gargantuan has been added to the dictionary and hemochromatosis has been added to the dictionary. Now if we go to the autocorrections and I go ADN and I delete that and I delete the TEH and I say OK, and I go to the dictionaries and I now go to the autocorrections and I load my autocorrect, and I have those two in as you just saw. They will be there, ADN and TEH. So you will, in fact, that's wrong. Do you see that? Because the TEH, oh yeah, that's right. TEH with a capital will be replaced by a capital, and the smalls will be replaced by small. So it's correct. So that's your Tools, Options, Spell Checker. Say OK to that. You should also note that we have, as well as the spell checking, we have this thing whereby we have in the item editor an automatic term selection, so that when you tick this and you have it for any item or just diagnostic item such as the problem item, you can, Health1 will do an automatic suggestion. I think you should have that turned off by default because it can slow things up a bit, but I'll show you how it works. So if I have an item open and I type some in free text now without using the dictionaries, APPENDI, and I stop typing, Health1 will give me a list of Health1 terms that might be useful. So I type in appendicitis here and it'll do it, etc. The only trouble is it keeps checking every word, so I wouldn't use it for every item because it might cause you to be frustrated with the delay. And in this video I have shown you the spell checker in the item editor. So the spell checker underlines each word in a red squiggly line such that you can right click on it and change it, or you can do Shift F7 to spell check the whole thing in one go. This is also true in Word, by the way, so it's simply copying Word. And I use this all the time, the Shift F7 key, to check the whole lot in one go. And that's the end of this video. Thank you very much.